Hey, what's good, everybody? I am DaPurpleSharpie, and I'm here shoutcasting with my favorite other shoutcaster.
Who are you?
Hey, it's Trick2Lift.
Yeah, what's good, Trick2Lift? We're gonna go ahead and start up this stream. Hopefully it's actually streaming now, and I'm seeing that, yes, it is finally fucking streaming. That's fantastic.
Is anyone there?
Okay, someone just came in and then hopped the fuck right out. But, you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
that was Brian. Brian's a friendly neighborhood ghost.
Friendly neighborhood ghost. Well, we still got 50 seconds on the clock. Is there anything that you want to say before we go ahead and get started?
Oh, this, like I said before, this is a pretty interesting game between two teams, Kitty Gang or Die versus Gods of the Rift, and also it features LOLRVA's highest ranked player, Doug Garvin, the Thecrimsonrage. He was master at one point in time, but he's dropped to gold 4. He's lingering right around there, but I'm sure he'll get back up there in time.
Wait, did they already start the game?
Yeah, they already started, so we're gonna catch on a little bit late.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start spectating this game. I don't know how that's gonna work. How are you gonna spectate this?
I'm gonna watch your stream unless there's a delay.
No, there's not a delay, but all streams are behind by like 20 seconds or so.
Oh, rip.
Yep.
I guess I could also spectate one of them.
Cool. Oh, why don't we just start the spectate at the same time?
Yeah, let me log in. I just had to patch.
No
this
worries.
is rough. We'll see. We'll see what's
the hard
happening,
way.
and we're gonna guess. We're gonna play a game where we guess what happened beforehand.
That'll be really fun.
Oh,
That'll be fun to do. Anyway, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds, but while we're doing so, I'm just gonna talk about some of the people. We do have Kitty Gang or Die on one side, and that is gonna be the top AngryCerberus. We got Jungle, the Crimson Rain. In the mid, we have Jopo. In AD carry, we have Myyt, and support we have Kiokosama as the support. On the opposite side, we will have Gods of the Rift. The top will be Olag. The jungler will be Bearfood. Mid will be Geisha number 8. AD carry will be JRB Psychopathic. And support will be Ryll. This will be a pretty interesting match, mostly because 2 of them do not actually have Facebook profile pictures that I could find. Good or bad. Whatever.
Alright, are you ready to press spectate here?
I am. I just went ahead and pressed it, and we're going to go ahead and start loading.
Oh, there we go.
I actually don't know what side either one of them are on, so it's kind of going to suck.
We're gonna say Gods of the Rift are on the forces of evil, and the other guys are your forces of good. That's the side.
That doesn't help me at all. As well as colors, how does that help? How does that help me?
No idea.
Explain yourself.
I can't. I'm guilty.
Can't explain yourself? What is happening here? Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and load, and it does actually look like we're going to go ahead and actually switch the sides. It looks like Kitty Gang or Die is actually going to be on the blue side this time around, so we're just going to go ahead and swap that straight around. And it should be good from there, I believe. Just waiting to load it up. It's taking literally forever, but you know, it's whatever. That's a part of the charm, right?
Well, things to look out for. Ryll, Christian, is a good bud of mine. He's a support player. He likes to play Shen and Vel'Koz, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's on one of those for these matches.
Wait, is that a support then?
Support Shen, yeah, he really likes that. He really likes support Vel'Koz as well. It's pretty fun. Olag also is he's an Olaf one trick. I would not be surprised if he was banned during the champ select that we did not see, but I'm sure he'll find another axe wielding champion to terrorize the Rift with.
And from there we got some eyes on Fiddlesticks. Kind of looks like they're in an interesting position here. Yep, Red just went ahead and just getting a reach on that. No. And Fiddlesticks just died. Looks like Lysandra follows suit. And that's a nice little kill from Olag. We may just actually rewind it just a little bit so I can see it better. Oops. Too far back. Oh my god, please. Okay. He's already dead. This sucks. I hate everything about spectating. It's a really thing. Okay, so it looks like yeah, she went ahead and ulted Jinx. Tower died. Fiddlesticks was unfortunately caught in the middle. And from there, yeah, it doesn't really look like he has any of his items up. yeah, he has already used his hourglass, and from here, just trying to siphon off the rest of his health, but unfortunately, Bearfood just goes ahead and finish him, and then from there, it's just all keeps up. Sandra tries to finish off Olag, doesn't have quite enough damage, runs, and yeah, she's dead. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. We're gonna go ahead over the live time, and where are we now? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Fell off an ice vest, huh? Anyway,
Oh, yeah,
moving
definitely.
forward. Looks like they're just gonna go ahead and take even more pressure. I'd like to see, because Baron is up in about 14 seconds. Unfortunately, Olag's still low from that engage, but he is Darius, so he gets quite a little bit of health back. And Jinx is MIA? Oh, it looks like they just went ahead and paused it. Okay.
Okay, so we can take a little speculation time right now, which is actually perfect, because that's what we wanted to do, right? Right? Yeah? Okay, so Gods of the Rift, their game plan seems to be going pretty well here. It looks like Darius and Warwick got off some early aggression and got their lanes ahead, and themselves.
You're correct. They did. They got quite a little bit off earlier. I can't really say what else because it won't let me move right now because everything's paused. Sorry for pause, 80 carry DC. Yep. Did see that. That pretty much sucks. Chat, how is it going right now? How's the volume? Keep me updated. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do too much due to technical difficulties, but we will be able to get the very next game in. Why don't we just go ahead and move back a little bit, back to around 15 minutes or so, and we'll just go ahead and see what the match is from there. How it got this crazy, because it doesn't look like their gold lead was too far behind before Lysandra was getting bullied mid lane. That's the very first thing I come in and see. Of course, bot tower's already gone by 17 minutes in the game, and we got Shen top already. So there's quite a few things going on here. Like a lot of lane mix-ups. It's very possible that bot lane did actually go top. If they did, they actually didn't get very much damage on there at all. That's interesting. We're gonna move forward just a little bit more, possibly to a couple of dragons that may have been done. It doesn't look like any dragons were really done. So a little bit more pressure.
I'm gonna throw out a wild guess here. I believe they just lane swapped for now. It was more prudent and safer for the 80 carry and Shen start going top lane to push down that outer tower, that big tier 1. Also, I tend to think Darius was top lane to begin with because he does have the Rift Herald buff, which would be hard to get if they had swapped.
That's true, but he does also have teleport. That's the reason why I'm somewhat wary of that. Looks like Volibear's overextending, especially since his power's about to go down. And will he pay for that with his life? Yes, he will. That was an interesting decision right there, but Red Team definitely did pick up on it. There aren't really any other projections to push right now except for top, and Red's just winning the slow game. It looks like right now they have a really late game team. They're going to go ahead and make the most of it as much as they can. Blue team's just trying, it looks like, to turtle it out, but they're getting massively behind in gold. We're going to go ahead and move back over, back to our current state. See if we're still paused. I don't believe we are, and we're not. We are not paused. Okay, so a little bit back up. Get back into this game, yeah? So we just killed Lysandra again. Blah. Come on, move me up.
She seems to be having a really tough time in this game. It's unfortunate because Azir took cleanse, so there's another boss.
It keeps forcing me to rewind to the spot when Fiddle died. Even though I keep trying to go back like up to like 1955. Did they just surrender, or is the game over?
No, they paused again. It seems like Jinx is having some connection issues. Man, we should have watched the other game. I told you. Called it.
It would have been really nice, but I definitely had no information on the other team that was playing tonight.
I was kidding, Sheila. Your layout looked great. Loved it.
It was only up for like 10 seconds.
You should have just put up like Norse, like Greek god pictures for the people without Facebook ones. You should have just like threw Thor, threw Hephaestus, anybody just like straight in there.
I was really excited because I thought that I would have pictures of everybody. What's his name saying? We need to turn down the end game volume because y'all are too quiet. In classic LOLRVA sense, utilizing it for y'all. Okay, so Psycho is back, logging in now. You guys unpause when you're ready. Blue team is being really good sports considering that they're getting their teeth kicked in right now. So why don't we take another look at that gold difference that's going on right now and see what's going on.
Well, it looks like junglers and top lanes have the biggest discrepancies. Darius here is sitting at almost 4,000 gold over Volibear. He's actually almost Flame Horizoning him. It's very close. 20 more CS and Darius will have achieved Flame Horizon status over Volibear. For those of you that don't know, being Flame Horizon was made famous by a Korean top laner who would consistently, not just every few games, but he would consistently get 100 CS over his opponent. So it became sort of this term in Korean LCS, and it kinda is over here in NA, but not so much, of getting Flame Horizon. So that's pretty rough when that happens to you, but it's also pretty impressive by the person who does it. Mid lane, Azir versus Lissandra. This is an unfortunate matchup for Lissandra. I'm guessing that is his comfort pick. That is Jopo's comfort pick. But unfortunately, Azir, all he has to do is take cleanse, and you just can't kill him 1v1 without a jungler's help. ADCs look pretty even right now. Jinx is definitely the one you want to see with a little more gold and just scaling into late game and with this team comp in general, because we don't seem to have a great way to stop her from firing her rockets. And if she does get a play off and get a burst of speed, she'll probably just kill everybody. Oh gosh.
Who do you think is the person to watch this game?
I know he's my bud, and I'm gonna say his name. It's gonna be Christian. It's gonna be Ryll. He likes these odd supports like Shen and Vel'Koz, and if he pulls them off, he's going to end up dealing a lot of damage. He's going to end up being really tanky and scaling into late game impressively. So if he can make it through the early game, where his characters kind of have natural faults, as opposed to people like Braum and Bard and Janna that are meta for a reason, I think he's going to do wonderfully. On the opposite side, I think Doug is still the man to watch. He's a support main, but here he is in the jungle. I'm guessing that is his secondary role, but he's used to playing people like Rammus. He's used to playing people that are support tanks. So I don't know if he has the culpability during this tournament to take somebody and carry with them. But who knows? Maybe he might get some help from his team.
It'll be interesting to see how blue team also adapts in the same breath.
Oh, of course. Are you saying adapting to their jungler, or adapting to the fact that maybe their Fiddlesticks is a little behind right now, so they've got to pick up some slack? Oh, you're losing me a little. Yeah,
I want to know what they'd have to do in order to bring it back, really, honestly.
They're going to have to hope for a lot of things. It's unfortunate because they don't have a hard team comp to necessarily play. I know that sounds terrible, but Warwick, if you don't lock him down and kill him, he's gonna break the CC just by not dying, and he's gonna auto attack everybody and kill them. Darius has the dunk factor for him. Azir, if played well, is really hard to catch and do anything to, especially with cleanse. Shen can protect somebody who makes a mistake, and Jinx is gonna sit back there in rocket form and scale. While you've got these other people like Fiddlesticks and Lissandra and Braum and Ashe, who they have to hit their spells in a very good way. Ashe, for her to be the strongest ADC that she can be, for you to want to pick Ashe, you have to make picks with your arrow. For you to want to pick Braum, you have to have good unbreakables and solid ultis. Lissandra, again, you have to have good claws in and really good ultis on either yourself or priority target. Fiddlesticks needs a setup. You know, they have really hard champions to play, and I feel like that's going to backfire on them. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. We got to start it back up. And we're just going to go ahead and let us see the direction the camera takes it. Looks like it's taking us directly to mid. Got a couple things right here. They're just kind of taking what they can for now. It's really interesting to see when they're going to call that Baron, and it looks like the time is now. This looks like a very classic Baron prep. Both Warwick and Darius have built Deadman, which will finish for the most part some of their exclusive items built exclusively for Ashe. It doesn't really look like they're too worried about that Fiddlesticks or Lissandra right now, with none of the teams really building too much MR. What's going on there, Daniel?
They have a pretty it's not huge, but they do have a level advantage, and with levels brings natural MR and HP, which are both things that you want versus mages. It's important to note that you don't naturally scale with any armor, so that's something that you do want to build in order for it to be prevalent while around the mid-game mark. But these guys are probably pretty confident with their built-in lifesteal mechanics. Darius with his Q, Warwick with being Warwick, and they probably don't even have to worry about him as long as they're not CC'd down.
Why don't we go ahead and see what this next dragon's going to bring for us? We're just going to go ahead and check it out right here. Kind of looks like we got a little bit of prep going on. Not only on the dragon side, but also over here on the Baron side. We do have quite a bit of vision from both teams. Looks like blue has quite a bit less than red team. Red team has the entire river lit up, and they are in position for this next incoming fight. Now, Warwick is not here. He does not have teleport. He does have Myyt and Flash. So this is going to be a possible dragon steal, but like you said before, Daniel, they are incredibly low. They do see that Shin there, and they don't have 100% vision on Warwick yet. So that dragon was pretty uncontested. Looks like they're gonna call Baron. Everybody's starting to rotate up towards Baron. A couple of pings bop, but no one's really paying attention. How important is this next Baron for Blue Team?
I mean, it's pretty important. It'll probably spell defeat, but I don't think they have to worry about it right now against the bot lane. I mean, Warwick can do it with Darius or Shen tanking, and Azir deals out massive damage. He's basically a walking APC that's an ADC.
Now,
but I think
Volley's
Blue
in an
Team's
interesting...
onto him.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Volley's in an interesting decision here. Oh, they have the first book, and unfortunately, Kiokosama face checked right there. Fiddlestick dies. Kiokosama's in the back lane, and Shin ults to Azir. Azir is down. We have Olag chasing AngryCerberus, and unfortunately, that leaves the carries without a tank rushing away. I think Lissandra can make it away. Very luckily, Bloodlust has not been impacted, and Nash is just over back at the tower farming. They're all going to try to converge on Volley, but luckily Volley has mobility to get out of there. Now, what really changed that entire fight there, I believe, was Jinx missing.
Red team's turret has been
they had really won the fight already before she was even there. I mean, it was a beautiful Emperor's Divide, a great pick by Darius, by Azir, by Warwick and company. And Blue Team they didn't have any answer. Their tanks got destroyed. Their backline doesn't deal enough damage to even touch the other people that might care, like Darius, Warwick, and Shen. Look at them. They're oblivious to the damage.
This may actually be a game. This will be interesting to see how far they can push here. Yep, and Jopo's directly down right now. Let's go ahead and see how far they can get with that. It looks like Shin made the decision to back there. Very interesting choice by Ryll.
The game was probably already over for them. They needed to. Ashe needed to have switched her trinket over. She needed to have blue trinket. She needed to keep her Hawkeye charges for the potential ban that was coming. So then perhaps if you don't just walk into a bush blindly and get blown up like that. Oh, she has a really nice arrow.
Ashe did definitely just arrow that Darius there, keeping him still, but unfortunately nothing no good luck. Rom gets passive on Warwick, but Warwick's really not afraid. You just see a lot of chances to just go in, but unfortunately they're too underleveled. They can't do the damage that they need to do, and that was very prevalent, especially at the last fight. And now with Baron, it's just getting harder and harder. Like right there, even though Warwick got the full brunt of everything that Rom threw at him, he still was able to walk out. Even Turret was on him. It's very unfortunate. Looks like Darius just sitting on Sin hits. Turret's down, and Azir kind of goes in pretty hard there.
The fancy footwork, the streamer shuffle falls a little short. If that Emperor Divide did hit, which he was about like 3 or 4 Teemos short of it, it would have been a pretty ridiculous play. It would have been really good.
Now this looks like this is about to be game.
The
Thecrimsonrage had a great ulti there, getting rid of Jinx and helping out with the rest of the team. They're really low right now. And that could be a dead Azir right there. Yep, very nice. Nice triple kill by Ashe. Fantastic triple kill. Shen does get out. Shen did not have ulti there. Pretty interesting. Let's see how hard they can push. They may actually get a chance to at least take a singular tower here. That would be fantastic.
That would be great. That was a good fight. That's the fights that they probably wanted all game, but they just couldn't get because well, what we saw in that dragon with the Vision was just so dominant. Vision kills Fiddlesticks.
Like,
You
to be
cannot play
perfectly
Fiddlesticks
honest,
well.
yeah, they unfortunately, the gold difference is so ridiculously high right now. They're closing in on just about 12k gold. They haven't gotten a singular objective all game, especially against two separate dragons. It's just really hurts right now. And if they don't continue getting these picks, they're not getting very far in the game. There are some wards still pretty deep in their base. Inhibs aren't going to be up for another minute and a half, so it doesn't look like those things are going to affect too much. But Red Team still does have Baron, and they are actively pushing. Looks like they're going to go ahead and get prep up for the next dragon. Just kind of sitting in their jungle, waiting it out. I see that Ashe has finally finished her Infinity Edge. Pretty nice, pretty nice,
Who
pretty nice.
are you?
So, any thoughts thus far about what the next move for Red Team is to decisively
anyone
finish
there?
this game?
I'm sorry, I didn't get it at all.
No worries. Any thoughts on what Red Team needs to do to decisively finish this game?
Oh, I think they're pretty much in control right now. Move bot side, take the either they can do it at their leisure to take the dragon or just force a fight bottom or get a catch on Ashe, and she's gone. Goodbye, sweet prince. I think they're gonna actually end it right now.
Yeah, this may actually. Yep. Thecrimsonrage is down. It looks like they're about to just push in. They don't have Baron buff, but it's really not stopping them. They're going for a complete and total base destruction. Finishing up the inhib. That's just
No, it's hard when you get into Ashe's position here, where you need to keep building your damage items to stay ahead and to try to hurt these tanks, but you also need to just put so much resources right into a QSS. But it hurts and it feels so bad because that's 1,300 gold that could have went toward a damage item.
I definitely believe it. That's nothing fun. That is genuinely nothing fun. All right, we're gonna get back into the game and really focus on what happened there and what went wrong from what we can see. I know there's not too much we can focus on, but what did you see inside of that game?
I saw a game where Red Team, where I think is that Gods of the Rifts? Yeah, that's Gods of the Rift. They got ahead, they stayed ahead, they took their objectives, and they rammed it mercilessly down the enemy's throat.
We need spectator.
Hey, maybe they'll invite us now.
Yeah, I really hope they will. Please invite us. That'd be fantastic. Who do you think that the MVP of that game was? Why don't we talk a little bit about Olag while we have the chance?
Olag is if you look at his profile, he's a one-trick Olaf player with almost, I think, 700 games on him. He's in Platinum. Good mechanical player overall, which he showed on Darius, another great axe-wielding champion. I believe it probably got banned away from him, but he really just took it to his, I think it's a silver that he's laning against, so and that kind of showed with the, I believe he did, I wonder if he did Flame Horizon him by the end of it. I wasn't paying attention.
You weren't paying attention?
Well, I didn't see the final stat to see if he had actually got 100 CS over LOLRVA.
Let me see.
There you go, you can check it.
Yeah, I can.
Oh man, wow, you got his face all up on the screen.
It looks fantastic. I set all of this up. It looks very professional and esports. Does it not? It does, right?
I can dig it. Yeah, totally. Let's get a hashtag LCS esports in the chat.
Please. Okay, who are we gonna move on to? Why don't we move on over to that Braum? Ooh, she is not a marksman. Whoopsies, she is the support. Haha! Now, how did that Braum do, and how did she make some plays there? Why don't we go ahead and talk about that? She was one of the only tanks on the team. She did take quite a bit of damage. We had 177, 11,747 damage taken by herself. So, I think overall, she did not too bad. Now, where did the bot lane really fall apart is the important question I think that we're all asking ourselves here. So why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit of insight?
I mean, I can only speculate because I only saw just as much as you did. But I believe how I firmly believe it happened is Darius and Volibear started in standard lanes, dominated Volibear, got Rift Herald. I believe bot lane went pretty evenly until maybe one death or a few double kill by Jinx, where she then proceeded to probably take the tower, and then they swapped lanes, sent the monstrous Darius down bottom, and since Rift Herald was gone and mayhaps the dragon too, I'm not really sure. Actually, they never took the dragon. Well, they just lane swapped to get top tower, and if Darius gets into trouble, Shen ults him. They were so far ahead by that point, though, that it was ridiculous.
Yeah. Who is the next player to watch this next game? I still haven't gotten an invite. This is crazy. How have I still not gotten an invite? Oh, man.
I still want to watch. I mean, Ryll did amazingly. I don't even think he died on Shen that game. I want to keep an eye on him. I hope he picks Vel'Koz this game. I hope he feels comfortable enough to pick this off-meta support. He went 2, 4, and 6. I correct myself. He actually died. No, that's not the right game. Huh. Can you check Shen's stats by any chance?
I am right now, yes.
Oh, there we go.
What about his stats are we looking for?
What was his KDA? Did he die at all? I don't even remember him.
His KDA was actually 0 and 9.
0 and 9. See, there we go. Just, you know, he didn't KS. Good job, Ryll. Hand of applause to you. He also didn't feed. You know, those are the two things I strive to do. Actually, I try to KS a lot, but try not to feed. He did very well on support Shen. It looks like he kept his Jinx alive in the game, CSing, and helped his big people, his Darius, his Warwick, stay alive and do the damage they needed to. I hope he brings out Vel'Koz next game. Good job, Christian.
It'd be interesting to see Vel'Koz this game. I'd like to see it personally. It'd be fantastic. But, you know, I'd also like to see a fucking Zyra! A Zyra would be great! Just saying. But why don't we go ahead and get into Champ Select and get into this game, so... unable to join the lobby because it's full. It's full.
They have to move into spectate.
Okay, let's try this again. So I believe now Gods of the Rift will be on blue side, and I believe that Kitties of Death will actually be on the red side.
Have any predictions, Sheila? Usually I'm the one making predictions, but I want to hear yours.
really think that it would be better if blue side bot lane win a more aggressive lane than a somewhat passive Ashe Braum, because pre-6 Ashe Braum is not as fantastic in the sense against a Shen and a I actually don't remember who they and a Shen and a Jinx. There's just not as much potential. Shen Jinx has one potential at possibly level 1. Yeah. Oh wait. They should be switching sides. Yeah. No. Switch sides. Can I have invite, please? How do I get invite? I need to invite you to the game.
Ask the party leader nicely. You know how to do that, right?
Give me invite, nigga.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Did it. Easy mode. I actually don't even know if I have you on this account. Now I think about it. Oh no, I do. I definitely do.
Oh, you
Where's
do?
my invite?
If you don't have it, it's Sagara Sanosuke.
Okay.
Do you need me to spell that for you?
Don't tell me what to do. I know what to do. This is easy mode.
I am sorry. I apologize.
Wait, did you have an invite the entire time? Did
no.
you have an invite the entire time?
No. Gosh, I did not.
You sure?
Yes.
Because I feel like you did. I feel like you did.
No, I totally did not.
I feel like you're lying to me.
I would never lie to you, Sharpie.
You 100% would!
You are my idol. You are my Twitch stream idol.
Oh my fucking god. You totally had an invite.
Look at this nice layout. You have a really nice stream layout. Did I mention
yeah,
don't
try that. Don't try this. Don't try this.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad we get to watch this game. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it's actually going to be really interesting to see it all the way from the very start. Is there anyone else that we're missing? Isn't Kyoka supposed to be? Okay. Fine.
Kiokosama.
Woo!
Yeah. Representing the Wood 5 Sports, Kiokosama. Let's give a holler to all those Bronze 5 players that are stuck down there.
Holler, holler! It's a hard place to get out of. We actually do have a pretty diverse team this time around. Pretty interesting, nice little ranked teams. Very cute, very adorable.
Oh yeah, good job, Jasper, for sorting these ones out. These look a lot more even than last time's game, but for some reason they're actually a little more lopsided. Let's see if Olag can get target banned out. I think they should just go with. Oh, there's the Olaf. Now let's see a Darius ban. Let's see. Let's hope they just get rid of all of his champions. I think that's impossible though. There it is. There's Darius. All right, one more. Get rid of Draven. Can I see a Tyler 1 Draven ban? No, it's Master. Okay. Sheila, where'd you go?
I'm still here. I'm just listening to you. I'm just doing some behind the scenes stuff. If you want to go ahead and talk for a little bit.
All right. Here we are jumping into the first select by Olag. I keep wanting to call him Olaf because it's just so darn close. It looks like he's thinking here. He's gonna pick the Warwick up. I'm guessing that's for Bearfood again because that seemed like a very solid jungle pick for him. They're gonna go right back to it. Probably for the first 6 levels, he's just gonna go scratch up his jungle. But you never know. He might. If you're 5-0 by 17 minutes, you probably ganked before 6. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he went out there and scratched someone up with a good old red buff at like level 4 or 5. Maokai probably coming out here for AngryCerberus. Alright, he's trying to stay safe up top this time. He does not want to die. He wants to cast spells, auto attack, and just become the tree of top lane.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to see it, yeah.
Oh yeah, it would be nice.
I like seeing some Maokais. Okay, let's see what Mind If I Watch. I have no clue who this guy is.
I think he's a sub. I meant to ask you about the last game, but it didn't come around.
Was he in the last game?
Oh yeah. He was the Azir.
Wait. What happened to what's his name? Mystic person?
Miss.
No, there's supposed to be a Geisha 8. Geisha number 8.
Maybe that's him. Maybe he name changed. But I really have no idea.
We'll see. It'll be something.
Christian hovering the young Zyra. Do it for the Divine. Do it for Sheila.
Let's get some Zyras in here. I would be hyped. I would be a little bit too hyped. A little bit too hyped to see a Zyra. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You know what? It's fine. I just won't ever commentate on anything he has to say. So, whatever. Oh, and then he goes Shin, and then he just completely fucks all of us over? Okay. No, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Nobody cares. And we got Kiokosama with the Braum yet again. So we're gonna see just about the same team coming through on it looks like Kitty Gangs or Dies side as far as the bot lane for the most part. The only exception is that this time we do have Illusion, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to proc that that Braum passive. The only issue I see yet again with this team is that if top gets behind, Braum may not be able to recover unless bot wins incredibly hard. If top gets put behind this game,
like he did last time,
this entire team comp falls apart because the entire team relies on Maokai's snare.
Not just the snare, but just him being in front of them. He doesn't even have to snare Zen or Warwick. He just has to keep them slowed and body block the heck out of them. He just has to live. That his own AngryCerberus' one job in life right now.
It'd be nice to see. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and talk a little bit more about some more of the team. We do have some updated stats here. One of them is actually going to be for this new Mind If I Watch guy. It's interesting to say because he actually had the second most wards in the game at using 11 wards for his teammate. He actually provided the most vision besides Shin on his team and actually inside of the entire game. Braum had him beat, but he was the support, so I'm actually not counting that. So he's actually the most warded laner with 11 wards. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting, I think. But are there any other cool little tidbits that people like to see? Be sure to let me know. I am keeping track of almost all of the stats as I have the game, and they will be posted on here throughout the game. Anything that you'd like to mention about anybody on Kitty Gang or Die? Why don't we talk a little bit about their top laner, AngryCerberus. Now, he's not actually ranked, but like we said, a lot of it does really hinge on him. He's kind of the tanky health reliable, you know? Reliable engager here. He's the main engager, I would say. But is there anything to really watch out for this fight as for AngryCerberus, or any tips this time around for how to play against the Zen matchup?
This is one where it's pretty obvious what Zen's out is doing and thinking at all times. I mean, his kit does not allow a person to be very creative. I love the character, not bashing him, but I think if Thecrimsonrage, if Doug can get up there and gank Maokai, they're going to blow him up. He has no escape. He can only E to minions, maybe, or E to the jungler and flash. So if Doug comes in, lands a good bola, or even just stacks the CC on top of a Maokai point and click W, I think they can get him tanky. I think they can get him ahead. He also has a really easy time itemizing this game. There are 3 people who just auto attack for days, so he should have a lot of armor. He should have a thorn mail. He should have plenty of choices. If he builds any of the items, he'll be all right. If he can get there to any of the items.
Is there anything? Are there any early objectives we should be looking for Red Team this time? Last time they did not actually get any objectives in, unfortunately, so it kind of hurt to watch.
I think they should think less about their Rift Herald and Dragon and more about just getting these lanes ahead. They have a Braum Lucian. That's one of those soft kill lanes where by soft it's not like a Leona where you're in with the snare, in with a Q, and you're in with an ult. Braum can hit a Q and okay, maybe they're just gonna stun you, poke you down a bit, back off, negate some damage with an Unbreakable, or they can just go all in right off a singular Q or an auto attack that starts proccing this stun. And it's a strong one too, because Lucian's double tap syncs so well with it. So I think they should concentrate on getting that bot lane ahead. They should get their gold 5 AD carry, who's the highest rank besides Doug, into the game and into the propensity of just blowing everyone off the map.
Alright. Looks like we're about to get into the game. Let's go ahead and see how it goes. Gods of the Rift will go ahead and be on the blue side, and we do have Kitty Gang or Die on the red side. Do we see a possible invade coming up? That would be really nice to watch. I don't know if it's in the stars, but it'd be nice.
I think everyone loves invading with a Braum. I know I do.
I think everybody does, yeah.
Yeah, you just let him go ahead, and if he lands a Q on somebody, y'all just auto him to death.
And as far as team comps, it looks like Red Team kind of wins here. But we'll see what happens. Blue Team did pick mostly comfort picks yet again. But if Red Team's able to just snowball, we'll see some wins. It looks like they're calling, Red Team's actually calling for the invade here. So we're just going to go ahead and watch, see what happens.
Oh yeah, they are hot on the trail of vengeance. This is what I like to see. They are tight, instant buys. They're gonna hug all these walls. No, Maokai, you're going the wrong way!
And it doesn't look like Shin really is expecting anything. He sees a couple people come in, and unfortunately Victor betrays the position, and that invade failed before it started. On the other breath, over here on blue side, we have everybody else in a pretty standard configuration. Just kind of getting ready for their blue side. Bot lane going out to go help out their blue side. And we're just gonna kind of move from there, see what happens.
I feel like in a perfect world, that could have been a very aggressive first blood for
really nice.
Kitty Gang or Die.
Just waited. I think if they were just a little bit faster, they would have been able to get down now. It does look like we did get a ward down already. I can't remember what it's Jinx's. So Jinx doesn't really have a trinket. Shin still does, so it's not too bad. But yeah, nothing too interesting happening for now. I'm really
Standard
tired.
lane, standard setup.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be too tired.
Don't be too tired, yeah.
Well, if my prediction goes well, I think it'll be 2-0 and we'll be done after this one.
Oh wow, no faith in the game. No faith whatsoever.
I have faith in the gods of the Rift triumphing, just like their name suggests, the gods of the Rift.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Warwick still hasn't killed his blue buff yet. He did start, what's the name, the little squishy thing right there?
Grump!
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, he's got a cute name.
Little name. So we're gonna go back down to bot lane. Looks like Rengar actually went ahead and invaded the red right there. Very smart move. Very smart move. I haven't seen this in a while. That's fantastic. Now a lot of Rengars will do this. They won't even really go for their blue. They'll just get the very first level. Now unfortunately Shin does know. It's a strange thing how he knows, but he does have it warded. Looks like he's gonna have to flash out right there. They forced the flash, but not the worst thing. Unfortunately, Warwick will not be able to get a red, so it'll be even harder for him to get over the 5. But we do still have those nice little juicy minions right next to red that will still go ahead and give him enough XP to get up to possibly level 4 by the time he gets down there. It is warded, so let's go ahead and go up to top. We're losing quite a bit of health. Maokai may be dead here. First blood. First blood, and Maokai unfortunately flashed. I think what finally got him right there was the minions, but we may just want to go back just a
No, he died to the auto.
He died to the... Come on, let's get him the benefit of the doubt there.
No, I gotta call it as it is. That was a little slow. I think he should have flashed a lot earlier. I don't think he should have W'd Xin Zhao ever, unless Rengar is there to gank.
Yep, that auto went ahead and finished. No more auto attacks for this, buddy.
Oh,
that
boy.
is unfortunate.
Alright, it appears that this game is going to go very similar to last. We'll see. I have faith. I have a lot of faith.
So we're back here, and it looks like Myyt is just going to go ahead, just kind of farm it out. Both Victor and Azir very farmy, not roaming around too much. They do have mobility. It's not too bad mobility we're talking about over here. Meanwhile, bot lane. Braum doing Braum things for no reason. Now what we actually have over here, it looks like is an invade of his red. Oh my goodness, Xin went in very, very far. Maokai did follow it up. And Victor's here as well. Is this going to be a free kill? Now Xin did flash. Victor flashes. We get a nice little tree to try to slow him down. This is going to be a dead Xin Zhao, which is going to be an issue of who gets the gold, and it looks like Victor is. Now that's interesting because Azir did follow. He just took a really strange path to get up there. I don't know if it was the easiest path to get up there or why he took it, but he did. Bot lane, really no kills yet. They're actually pretty even in farm right now, and they almost exactly even as far as gold. Only about 40 gold more. Jinx can actually go back and get her pickaxe right now. Lucian doesn't have enough for his item yet, but it'll be nice.
That was a very nice, I believe it's Shen's W. I don't know the name of it. It might be Twilight Shroud. That might be Akali's W. But he actually blocked all of Lucian's auto attack damage during a time when he was aggressing on the Jinx. So it saved her about 200 health. Good job, Christian.
Nice job. Nice job.
Oh yeah.
Pretty slow game so far. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. They've gotten a couple of picks. Actually, quite a bit of action in the jungle this time around, I believe. We're not seeing too much more action in the lanes, which is interesting.
Oh boy. Well played, well played.
What are you looking, bot? Oh my goodness.
Oh, yep, sorry, my apologies.
I'm gonna go ahead and back it up, and why don't you talk me through it?
Okay. Jinx here is gonna throw out her E in a good spot. Braum and Lucian are gonna get caught right in it. They don't have any boots. They misread the trap arming time. Shen hits a great Shadow Taunt, but Jinx doesn't have the mana to stay in rocket form to keep the fight up. So they wisely back off, and it turns into a very nice play for both of them. Just kind of turns into this kind of even exchange where red team starts to look a little more respectful of them, that's for sure.
Definitely does.
So this is very fun Shen mechanic that he's playing, or Shen just point of gameplay where when he wants to go up to go grab a cannon minion, this is a favorite pastime of the enemy laners to start to bully that support with a relic shield. And he just simply walks up to it, hits W, and takes the cannon minion.
Now
for free
Rengar's
'cause he
running
can't
up
be
on
autoed.
Warwick over here. Does Warwick know?
Oh.
Yes, he walked right over a ward. Very interesting. Bot lane is responding, mid lane is responding, and Rengar is on his way out. Looks like Zen is taking this opportunity to go ahead and go take some golems from Rengar to keep him low and unable to farm. Maokai does take notice, but does not follow it up yet. He just takes it even longer to farm here. We're seeing a lot of roaming from the Zen Zhao. A lot of roaming from the Zen Zhao and a lot of invading from this Rengar. How does that differ from last game for the most part? We saw Rengar pretty far behind.
Well, I believe last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on a different champ, and so a little less mobile. You know, you're standing at the camp until you kill it. You can't kite it to a nearby point to walk away. Oh, here we got some action top.
Maokai go ahead and start fighting a little bit more yet again. And are we going to see a death here? He doesn't. Yep, goes ahead and gets killed, dies to the canyon minion.
Good trade, good trade. I wish he had turned his ult on a little earlier. He probably would have won that outright. Maokai gets a lot stronger at 6. And,
nice little touches down here in bot. Does get the Braum passive off, but at what cost? They did come out a little bit ahead on that trade, just about even bot lane. So it looks like they're just really doing little tiny footsies, just like, you know, just love taps here and there.
Being very close. If this Lucian were to freeze, perhaps, I think they could maybe get something more out of it. He's probably just going to recall here, though, and buy.
Now, Rengar's been really insistent about counter jungling here. I'm kind of surprised that they're not calling a dragon. They have pinks. They have vision control of rivers. And they were kind of ahead as far as bot lane. They knew that Zen Zhao was top for the most part. Victor warded earlier. It's kind of interesting.
It's a very scary dragon, because Rengar doesn't have much natural sustain. Oh, here goes the Rift Herald, though. So you have two, like, godly life... Again, two characters with a ton of natural lifesteal, Zen Zhao and Warwick, which allow them to... I'm guessing this is how they cheesed last game's Rift Herald. They just went and did it together.
They are losing absolutely no health here.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Ooh, the all-in in mid lane.
Spear gets bounced away.
Beautiful roaming up. Beautiful Victor ult to start off. Beautiful play by Lucian to come up and pick up that kill. Oh no, you didn't pick up the kill. Oh well, Victor getting fed is not a bad thing. This is actually a better Dragon Call. Here we go.
Just a little bit behind.
Oh no. This is actually a terrible one now. Zen Zhao.
So they are starting Dragon, and it looks like they're going to go ahead.
Oh gosh, I think I'm ahead of you. I'm
yeah,
so
you
sorry.
are just a little bit ahead. But after this Dragon, I'm going to go ahead and catch up and see what's going on right now. Oh my goodness, that teleport may not be the best thing in the world. Shin went ahead and Shin taunted 2 people, and they come in and just destroy the entire team. Oh my goodness. That hurts to watch. I kind of want to see it again in slow motion. I kind of want to see it again in slow motion, to be perfectly honest. Okay, I'm live now. So, you want to talk a little bit about how that dragon, that a fire dragon, may have actually just slowly, yep, gave him enough momentum to go ahead and do stuff like that.
Oh wow, it was very close. It was a very close game before this. This actually was not looking super one-sided. The gold is still pretty bad, but they at least had some kills. They had some presence in areas other than top lane. And when they go to this dragon, I felt really good about it. I really did. And then they just took all the AoE from Fire Dragon. He hits Lucian twice. He in turn hits Rengar twice. He actually hits Rengar like 5-6 times and Braum 4 times. Yeah, there's a ton of damage that goes out from this. This Infernal Drake takes Braum, Rengar, and Lucian to half health before Zen Zhao and everybody even get there. So it was actually just way too much that they could chew because they don't have a true tank. They don't have anybody who naturally lifesteals to like just tank that dragon and turn it around.
Warwick ulting on Lucian. Braum gets the passive off, and there
is the Shin ulti. This is a great position for red team, and the Braum ulti goes down. Take out this Zen Zhao. Fantastic play by red. Very, very good dodge by Rengar. I don't know whether or not he saw that coming or if that was just straight up luck. But depending, based off, you know, how this Rengar has been behaving so far, I really don't believe that that was just luck. Kind of interesting that they're not pushing it right now, but completely understandable. They don't really have to make now they're pushers. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see a fantastic play like that come out while they're still behind. That play did not put them ahead by very much, but it did definitely get Braum back in the game, and Braum did go back, get a little bit more tanky items, and he's going to come back in with a little bit more health. Very, very nice.
Here we go with almost a mirror situation from last game. Bot tower goes down to Jinx and Shen, and then they immediately lane swap. I believe this is what they've been practicing probably together. I think if you do face them, any team who faces them next probably gonna try to do the exact same thing.
They would definitely call that a stop. Yeah, it looks very, very close. They did this exact same thing last time. This was that tower.
I mean, why try to fix something that ain't broken?
When you really look at it as well, it almost seems like he went Jinx specifically for the point of rotating and taking down early towers. Her mobility is fantastic, especially when you just need to take down towers. Shin leaving, unfortunately, with Rengar coming straight up. Maokai's just gonna get her, you know, kind of come in ahead and engage, but there is a ward there. Rengar does see it, and Jinx is just gonna go ahead and slowly back off. Maybe check whether or not Rengar's still there. Doesn't see anything when she pops anything, but she's still wary. Still wary. Don't walk out there, Jinx. Don't walk out there. Warwick's just gonna go ahead and take a flip. Bot lane's doing bot lane things. It's a very passive game. Like, there's definitely action and everything like that, but it's just very slow, very nice and methodical.
Solid one. Beautiful flash by Thecrimsonrage. Oh man, the heal is just a little too much. Is your timer on 13:43?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Whew. Wow, that was really close.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that fight just a little bit?
Oh, it was just a great taunt by Ryll to take it to Rengar with great aggression there. And Doug could have flashed out. He really could have, but it was a risk reward here. He went for the kill. He went for the throw. If he had cleaned up that Jinx, if Maokai had been there a second sooner, they might have just exploded her instantly. I think he still might have died, but they at least would have traded. That he gets nothing.
Now I'm at 13:55. We're going to go ahead and go back over to mid. Are you at live?
I am. I'm also bad at negotiating my interface here.
You're killing me, man.
Oh yeah. I am on live right now. I'm at 14:34.
Okay, yeah, same.
I just recounted that fight from.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, I just went ahead and backed it up so we have the commentary matching it. That's all. In any case, we do. Yeah, I've gotten better at it. Not really. Anyway, so we have Braum over here in the fight. Just trying to be there for Lucian, really not trying to leave him alone too much. Braum's been really good about that for the most part this fight, being right next to his AD carry, kind of shadowing his footsteps, working really, really hard not to let him explore anything alone, make sure that anything where Lucian goes has already been very rewarded. They have some great synergy, and it's not the worst I've seen so far. On the same breath, we have Jinx and Shin as well, with even better synergy, honestly. There's Olag, just taking out another kill, racking them up.
Bodies are stacking up. Victor, who was ahead, I'm pretty sure he's fallen a little bit behind now. And he even blew both summoners in that engagement. Still ends up in the dirt.
Now, Warwick's trying to solo dragon. Red team has absolutely no clue that this is happening right now. Absolutely no vision whatsoever. They're just kind of slowly being like, yeah, well, we can't manage to take it. Whatever, they're just gonna let it go. Blue team went ahead and took mid. Warwick's still on dragon, very, very slowly taking away with no mana, creeping away at it. It's unfortunate. It's like it's so creepingly slow. Is this going to be a fight?
I don't think this is a fight that they want. I mean, Shen is low, and but I still think they're too far behind.
Azir just clicking. Nice, nice Jinx ult.
This
Nice
game is not
Jinx
going
ult.
well for him.
Not at all. He's having a terrible.
It's great. Azir has his Ryll eyes before Victor. I'm not even sure what Victor's building right now. I can probably check.
And it's so unfortunate too, because in terms of actual farming, Lucian did come out ahead in terms of actual farming. The kills right now are catapulting things and causing this huge lead, about almost 2k gold lead. So
it's pretty rough. But actually, they went pretty even in lane for farming. Oh, here we go, Maokai coming with his twisted advance. Pops his ulti, but still just gets burned down. The culling pops out, almost dropping Zin's out. Rengar trying to get his empowered stacks to stay alive, and Azir pops out an Emperor Divide.
Very nice ulti by Braum there. Very nice defensive ulti, keeping his Lucian. Nice
that was
safe.
Beautiful. The Unbreakable almost comes up with a clutch catch on Azir, and he probably would have died if he didn't burn Flash. Overall, that was not a bad sequence of events for either team.
Now, blue team does get a tower here. They're just slowly eating away at kitty gangs. And that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I really want kitty gangs to come out ahead and just take this game. And it doesn't look like it's in their favor right now. Now, what can we say for the team right now? Because honestly, they can still come back from this. It's not terrible. They're only about 10k behind. It's pretty bad, yeah, but Baron is coming up in about 1 minute. What changes would Red Team have to make in order to come back from this?
I think Lucian needs to build an item besides Boots of Swiftness. I mean, that's fine, but that's his only completed item. He goes Duskblade of Drakthar. This is really intriguing. I wonder if he's going to go Cleaver and Youmuu's. You're 0-2 and 4, and you're going with a very aggressive, normally a head item. That is not a typical Lucian item. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Man, that was the nicest way I've ever heard. Why the fuck are you building damage?
Hey, well, I mean, you always build damage. This is no secret. You always build damage. Haven't you listened to Bjergsen?
Oh man.
You build damage, but you just build. You build. You know, there's
Smart
a myriad
damage.
of damage items.
Smart damage.
Oh,
and
the beautiful Maokai Q!
Oh,
It
Maokai.
cancels the infinite duress. He turns on his ulti. He swag walks out.
He doesn't
die
care.
further
he doesn't
down
care.
lane.
He wanted Azir. Culling comes out on Azir. Azir just goes ahead and pops out right there. Lucian don't care. It's up again in about 45 seconds.
Oh.
That's some really nice damage right there on Rengar. He's gonna go ahead and just follow that up. Looks like gods are gonna go ahead and try to cut him off over here. Very nice. They did try to tower dive. That Victor was not successful. So got a really nice little kill right there on Rengar from Azir. And that may be a dead Victor!
Oh, Jinx is just giggling so hard right now.
Let's go ahead and just start that over at the very beginning of the fight when Shin came down and started converging. So Victor is running away from this fight. He wants to get out of here as soon as possible. Shin comes down and breaks him off from in front of there. Immediately lands the taunt. Victor actually makes Shin take 2 turret hits there. Now in the meantime, Rengar's just down here losing his health. Now Jinx has had vision on him this entire time. And that was a fantastic, very, very map-aware Jinx. That was a great play. That was a great play by Blue.
Also good awareness by Shen. He did ult Azir when Rengar jumped on him. He didn't need to, but it was still nice, because if the damage were to fall through, he would have blown up. I just want to point out, if you jump back to live, Lucian's Duskblade of Drakthar, he shot Warwick, and it did absolutely nothing, so now it's on cooldown. So the items... Oh, like a good portion of like 500 or 600 gold worth is on cooldown. And that's gone as well.
This is an unfortunate game for Red Team. I'm not going to lie. If I was playing a game like this in ranked, I would have already surrendered. This is one of the games I would have completely given up on. But
you know, this is a fun tournament for fun people.
No, they have something. I think they actually still have a chance to win here. And the reason I say that is because they actually have quite a bit of teamwork. Like, yes, blue team may be a little bit more mechanically gifted, and yes, they may have a bunch more objectives, and yes, they may have almost, you know, 12k more gold. But red team has heart. You know, and you just can't put a gold value on that. Are you laughing at me? Dude, please. Dude, please.
I admit it, Sheila. I had an invite the entire time and I trolled you. I'm admitting it now. Because
Why the fuck are you admitting it now?
You're trolling me right now. Doug Garvin jumps in with his ulti. He double bolos minions because, you know, with Baron buff, they just get freaking huge. But he hits his third bola on Xin Zhao several seconds later. He's going to clear some wards, buff up his red trinket count, and blue team's just going to march onto this turret and not care about anything.
Didn't stop him at all. Azir comes in, just ults him because he fucking can right now, yeah. I'm so upset that you're like, yeah, I definitely had an invite the whole time and I was just fucking with you. Right now? You didn't even have words for that. I love it so much. Oh my god, I'm like actually crying. Shen is just kind of doing Shen things. I mean, his ulti is up. So, it's pretty interesting. He's just taking dragons.
And red buff. Support is taking red.
What does he need red for?
Because he's denying it from the enemy team.
Are you kidding me?
1-0-9 Shen Christian. I'm a, big brother claps for you, coming out strong.
I don't particularly hate Shen, but I really want him to die now. I don't particularly hate him at all.
It's a great play.
But
it's a very
I really
good play.
want him to die.
So if there... Oh, there is no chance for them to fight. Just kidding. Alright. Well, I was disproving very quickly there. I was about to say if there were a chance to fight, this might be one of the few chances, but nope. So 23 minutes, they basically have their late game team composition rolling, where they have Xin Zhao and Warwick standing in the front line, just dealing so much damage that you can't ignore. Azir and Jinx stay safe by themselves with an Emperor's Divide, and Shen here is apparently capable of 1v1ing Rengar as well as split pushing and saving the team with his ultimate. So this game is over. Wrap it up, put it, throw tie on it. GG.
And with that, Gods of the Rift just go ahead and take the entire game. GG's all around, most of course. That it is actually going to be 2-0 and in favor of Gods of the Rift. Why don't we just go ahead and look at some of our MVPs for this game. Who would you say the MVP of this game was?
MVP? MVP of the game. I'm gonna go out there and say, oh man, I'm split between Bearfood and Shen. I'm really split here. I think Warwick had great jungling. I think he got his top laner ahead with Rift Herald, and I think he knew what he had to do item-wise and in fights, both games really well. He got himself big, he got himself strong, and he took the objectives that his team needed. Meanwhile, Shen also did great things. He played really well in lane, hit all the taunts that he needed to, and had solid ultimates. I think those two are one of the MVPs.
One of the MVPs?
I mean, whichever one you want to give MVP to, it could go to either of them.
You go either of them. Well, GG's to everybody. Let's just go through Kitty Gang one more time. Was there anything that really stood out to you as far as Kitty Gang was involved? I feel like they just weren't all quite there, unfortunately. Kind of sucks. It really comes down to Maokai got caught just a little bit too much. Wasn't quite able to get tanky enough. Couldn't get his hands, on
his tree hands.
He couldn't get his tree hands. He couldn't get his tree hands around Zhao's neck long enough to choke him out. But what an in-depth description. Holy cow! It's so fantastic. I really thought that this game would come down to essentially Maokai coming down and getting big. But I wasn't actually too upset with the Thecrimsonrage's play, because he definitely counter jungled a bunch, carried a lot of the dragons, and his objective control wasn't as great, but he had a lot of pressure. There was jungle pressure there, and it really showed. Do you have any thoughts on that Rengar?
I think he did a really great job. I'm a big Rengar proponent. I'm like a big fan of Rengar. He's got nerfed into the ground, so you know, cheers to Doug for trying to play him still. I think he did what he could, but just, you know, couldn't pull it through. Couldn't get kills in.
Really hard.
He did try really hard.
I wish it paid off. It kind of sucks.
Oh yeah.
And then we did have the mid laner as well as the AD carry, who were just kind of unfortunately, you know, sacrifices in this case. Of course, Braum had just about 14 wards down this time. Nothing too bad, nothing too good, but you know, could have been better. Pretty unfortunate overall. But that's the game for now. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope everybody enjoyed the team. I want to give a special thank you to everybody that came out and played. That'd be AngryCerberus, Thecrimsonrage, Jopo, Myyt, Kiokosama, as well as everybody on Gods of the Rift, the Olag, Bearfood. I believe Mind, If I Watch, actually filled in for Geisha 8, JRB, Psychopathic, and Ryll. And I'd also like to give a nice little thank you to Dan, who helped me out tonight while I was streaming. We had a great stream. I had a great time watching everybody, and I'm glad everybody came out. You guys all have a great night. I'll see you later, Dan.
Oh yeah, take care.
All right. Bye, everybody.